Hello and welcome everyone to the Mountain Dew Southern 500 and the 25th race of the 2003 NASCAR Winston Cup season here from Darlington. The lady in black. We're back here, finished 4th in the spring to, I think it was Ryan Newman, Mark Martin and Matt Kenseth, if I remember the finishing order correctly. Looking at the standings, we lead by 53 over Martin, 153 over Dale Jr., 188 over Matt Kenseth, so the worst we can place in this race is, in the point standings after this race, will be 3rd. So no worries about that. Obviously, we've been the dominator of the season so far. So not a lot of new stuff here. I think, the points down here, top 10, I guess, from 8th down to 11th. All them guys are pretty close together here. So there's a lot of moving on going on every weekend, basically. But apart from that, it's a pretty stable situation, so let's just go right into this one. Well, it's been a familiar sight up on the leaderboard. We swept practice and qualifying here today. Elliott Sadler's going to start 2nd, then it's Jeff Burton, Sterling Marlin, Ricky Craven, Jeremy Mayfield, Matt Kenseth, Tony Stewart, Kurt Busch, Rusty Wallace, rounding out the top 10 here. And starting shotgun on the field will be Dale Jarrett, who's currently sitting 11th in points, and Dale Jr. only 37th, so same as Mark Martin. So both my championship rivals here down there, so that's a good, that's a nice thing to see, really. It's a good sight to see. Also Ryan Newman, the defending winner at this track, down in 40th, so these guys have had some tough, these guys, same with Jeff Gordon. A lot of these guys having some tough qualifying efforts here.
Drivers, start your engines.
We'll give you 1.5 cans of fuel.
Rolling off then. It's going to be one stopper. Per usual. I think around halfway is when we're going to stop. Because the tires are going to fall off after, I'm guessing, 11 to 12 laps. The tires are going to be just trying to nurse it to pit lane, basically. To stop. There's a caution somewhere around the halfway mark. We're gonna pit. But we'll see what happens. As the green flags out for the last Labor Day Southern 500 until 2015. But at this point in time, it is the last Southern 500 held on Labor Day as we rocket into turn 1 in P1. From Jeff Burton's Elliott Sadler drops back there, the Brickyard 400 winner. Sadler, that is. Burton hasn't won since Phoenix in 2001, so he's looking for a win here in the number 99 car. So we will be leading lap 1 here at Darlington. Now I really want to see if I can conserve my tires. Don't want to slide them too much here. Don't want to slide the car around too much. I'm going to be easy on the throttle because I have a fast car in 1 and 2. I even done some setup adjustments, and the car is performing even better in 1 and 2 than it did in the first race here. And as I mentioned in that first race, through 3 and 4 it's hard to pass for the AI, so as long as I can keep it ahead of them, keep it around the inside, they're going to have a hard time passing me, and I can just throw it into 1 and 2 and just run away from them. That's my plan here, trying to stay out front. Trying to have the advantage out of 1 and 2. Get the run on him here, so he can't pass me, and then just block him. Block him. Through 3 and 4, and then off the corners. Made some changes to the gear rings, so car accelerates a little better. Already 1.04 seconds ahead of Burton there. 10 laps completed here. 1.85 ahead of Jeff Burton. That kind of reminds me of the Xfinity race at Darlington a couple of weeks ago. When you had, like, especially in the third stage, when you had like Austin Hill, Denny Hamlin, John Hunter Nemechek running up there. They're like pretty close together, and then it was a huge gap, almost 2.5 seconds to like the third place, the fourth place car. I think that was Riley Herbst or someone, or Josh Berry, someone running up there. Like That's what kind of reminds me of that 1.95, so we made another 10th up on the 99 car, but you can see our lap times dropping by 1.1 seconds. So our fast lap was a 30.009. Our last lap 31.121. So the tires drop, and you can see I have to leave. Have to be off throttle for a long time, but I think the AI has to be off throttle for even longer. 2.08 ahead of Burton now. We're just running away from him, but then again, I just gotta keep the car on track. That's gonna be my main challenge now after those. Yeah, as I said early on, after about 11-12 laps, really have to look out and hope that your tires don't drop off too fast. I can see my lap times drop by I lost another 0.3 seconds here. On that last one, we're on lap 14 now. There's someone coming out of pit lane. Just have a look at the tire wear state here, and I think that might be Robbie Gordon coming out of pit lane there. Looks like Robbie Gordon. Let's see. That's actually Kurt Busch. Okay. So Kurt Busch running really, really bad here early on. Might have had a problem. Might have had a tire going down. Something like that. He was on pit lane early on. Currently only a straightaway ahead of me. But yeah, what I wanted to say was really have to try to look after your tires, because on fuel I can still stay out another 20 laps, but tires, they won't last. That's what I love about Darlington. I think it's especially fun to race around other people here when your tires are a couple of laps in, when they're good worn out, and you all slip and slide all around the track. That's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun. That's why I love those old race tracks with like the old surface, which eats your tires up just by the minute, by the lap. And you can see how much faster Kurt is up there. He's made up some good time on me here, because he has about 15 lap fresher tires than I have, and I have to still run around those old rubbers. He has fresh stickers, and I'm on my old scuffs here. They're almost 20 laps old, so we use 2 times accelerated tire, so I'm running around on almost 40 lap old tires, which, you know, something you don't really want to do at Darlington. The 32 took now over second spot. That's Ricky Craven, who won here in real life in the spring. That famous finish with Ricky Craven and Kurt Busch won't happen here today in this season, as Kurt Busch currently running 34th. No, 43rd. That's what I want to. Oh, God. I can't talk. So Craven now in second. But we're almost 3 seconds out of him now. We are more than 3 seconds out of him now. So the AI is struggling with tire wear there. You can see that right front is yellow. And we are still 20. Can still go 20 laps on fuel. So that's quite neat. As I said, I want to try to pit around halfway. If there's no caution. So a slight brush here with the old wall. You there, you could hear it a little bit. That little scratchy scratch I had. Left some paint on that wall. We're actually extending our gap to almost to over 4 seconds over Craven now. Well, we have a really fast car here today. We really have, as we're approaching some lap guys there. Oh, no, that's not good. Did that the last time. Ran myself into the wall. No. That's not good. There's someone who blew up. Who's that? Can't see who that is. That's Mark Martin! And there's another blow up. Mark Martin's blown up. And that is Brett Bodine, so 2 Fords here blowing up in this race, and Craven's closed in as I brushed the wall there the last time around. So championship rival Martin has blown up here at Darlington. Lady in Black taking its toll here on the equipment of those guys. There's Ken Schrader on pit lane. So we're gonna come in next time around, because I think most of the guys will come in. Maybe next time. We're now at halfway. But I think we have to come in next time. I mean this time. Yeah, we're definitely gonna come in this time now. Maybe one more lap. But I don't think I will. I'll come in this time here now. Into pit lane here.
Keep it under 45. Keep it under 3,500 in second. That car's a lap down. Watch that speed now. Keep it on 3,500 in second.
So I want to have fresher tires than those guys here, I think. It's a long way down pit lane here.
You're too far forward. Back up.
Yeah, that was what I needed. Okay, they're the leaders. They just put me a lap down. That's not good.
Still there.
I'm still staying out here.
Clear outside.
It's not something I expected. Thought they were gonna come in a little earlier. Maybe we kind of misjudged our pit lane stuff, strategy. Once again, currently scored 30th, 40th. You can see we're much faster than those guys. I guess they gotta come in a couple laps. I mean, they just have to. Look at how slow they are.
Outside. Stay low. Still there.
Good, okay. You know, we're just gonna ride around.
Clear.
Hope my strategy pays off.
Clear outside.
They gotta come in, right? Yeah, they're starting to come in now. Okay.
Outside. Clear outside.
Pit a little early. I think that was the right decision to make. Because we made up some time on them during our green flag run here. Now we can make up even more time on them while they're on pit lane.
Clear inside.
Get our lap back. Back in 16th now, passing some more guys here. See where we are now. We just ran our fastest lap because I pushed really hard.
Keep it up. Keep digging.
Okay, we're back in the lead. Okay. It all worked out for us. We even have a bigger gap now. Much bigger gap than we had before. So that's good. Strategy paid off. That's really nice to see. Now let's go back to tire conservation mode. And there's a wreck.
Yellow flag is
That's
out.
Ricky
Red go.
That's Ricky Rudd.
Pit road is closed.
We made it through.
Turn 3.
I don't know how we made it through.
Clear. We got trouble. In turn
Wow. How did I make it through that one?
Okay, we're under caution.
He just flipped over my hood.
Stay behind the pace car.
So this is what happened then to Ricky Rudd and Dave Blaney there in the 77, Rudd in 21 as they're coming out of pit lane. Blaney just cuts across, puts Rudd into the wall, which was a weird move. Gets hit by Jerry Nader really hard, and we just make it through there on the outside. Tony Raines is involved, Todd Bodine, 25 gets a bit of a hit there. And let's just have a look at this from my onboard here. Let's see Rudd sliding down the racetrack. He gets hit, he flips, and I commit to the outside. I hit the wall and I make it through, barely there. that was amazing. Mort Burton gets his lap back there. I can't believe how I made it through there. I really can't. Right. Got lap cars there on the inside, so we gotta clear them on the start, which I think we can do.
Going green.
So pace cars in.
Pace car's in.
And green flags back out at Darlington. Clear McMurray, that's all I wanted to do. I didn't want to be involved in any lap car shenanigans, which this game is famous for, especially on super speedways. Alright, we clear Jamie. Get ourselves back into the lead of this race, hopefully. Settle back in here. Elliott Sadler currently running second then. Due to the fresher tires, the 42 can hang with us here. Sounds really something I want to see, but then again, if he was, if he was faster than me, he could get past. So you know, it's Elliott Sadler 1.62 seconds, so he must have been involved in some lap car shenanigans there. I'm trying to block the 42 here. So they have a lot fresher tires than all of us here have. Especially me, as I pitted really early. I don't know, so I'll try to give them the room they need to get past me. If we want to. But if they don't want to, then just don't do it. Okay? There's Jeff Green now to be the first car lap down. Passing McMurray there behind me. And Sadler's closing back in. Now those fresher tires, those guys are gonna kick in. As long as we keep it out the wall and keep it on track, I think we should be good here. So now on 11 to go. So we're now closing in. And we're now on 5 laps to go. Here in this race, Elliott Sadler 2.27 behind me. As I let the lap car of Casey Mears get past, get his lap back. They've been knocking on my door for a while here. Because they have a lot of fresher tires now, and they could have gotten into me at some point especially here in 3 and 4 where I'm especially slow. As you can see how much faster Mears is, but he is on the tail end of the lead lap now. So it wouldn't really have been any danger for me. I just want to keep it on the road here for the last couple of laps. Elliott Sadler probably had to deal with some lap traffic himself, because he couldn't really close in on me ever since the restart. So we've been in a pretty good position here. I think now I think I see him here in my rear view. Might be him. If that's him, he's cleared the lap traffic, and he might come closer. Yeah, you can see him here. He's probably cleared the lap traffic and came a little bit closer, but I don't think he will get almost 2-second difference down into only 3. Well, now only 2.5 laps. So if we just keep the car on the road, keep it out of the wall. I say that we slide up the racetrack here. Don't make any stupid mistakes. We should be here. Should be good here. 2 laps to go now. This time by to cross the line. Cars held on. I think our pit strategy was really good. We had a clear pit road. We pitted a little later. I think we might have been caught up in that Ricky Rudd incident there, whether that be being trapped a lap down or something like that. So we made the right choices all day long. As the white flag is in the air, 1 more lap to go here in the final Labor Day Mountain Dew Southern 500 here. Through 1 and 2 here for the final time. Elliott Sadler 2.18 seconds back. He won't catch us. He definitely won't. Passing the Earnhardt Towers now for the final time through 3 and turn number 4 onto the backstretch. Double-digit wins. Win number 10 for me. The Mountain Dew Southern 500 won by Steve Park and the Pendle crew for Dale Earnhardt Incorporated. Yes. Was a good run here. Great day. I enjoyed it. I have to burn it down here on the front stretch. So at the end of the day, we win for our 10th win on the year. Elliott Sadler 2nd, Jimmy Johnson, teammate Waltrip in 4th, Ricky Craven 5th, Sterling Marlin, Ryan Newman, Matt Kenseth. Dale Jr. moves up to 9th. You know, obviously another great run for Ryan Newman as he started 40th on the grid today. And Bill Jarrett rounding out the top 10. Mark Martin only last spot here, sadly, after his header blew up. On the same lap as Brett Bodine's camshaft failed. Obviously Tony Raines, Ricky Rudd and Jerry Nadeau been involved in an accident. Todd Bodine has, I think he was touched in the accident as well, so he might have retired after that. Jamie McMurray, the first car lap down, as Casey Mears got his lap back, so I let him pass. Yeah, I'm happy. I won the Southern 500. It's a great day. Going into Richmond then, we are 195 points ahead of Dale Jr., 205 over Mark Martin. That's Matt Kenseth, Ryan Newman, Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart, Kurt Busch, Jimmy Johnson, and Dale Jarrett rounding out the top 10. We now have 10 wins, 13 poles, 14 top 5, 17 top 10s after only after 25 races complete. This has been a dominant run, and I can't say this enough. This has been a dominant run. It really has been. Next race is going to be Richmond, and after that, and I will tease that. I made a community post a couple of weeks ago, and because after Richmond we would have raced in New Hampshire, and I didn't like the way New Hampshire ended, because I feel like with a tire thing, and we're gonna race at Kentucky next time or next time around. The Mayer, I don't know how you pronounce that, 400 here at the Kentucky Speedway. Made some modifications to the track, so it should provide some exciting 1.5 mile racing. So we should have another great day going on here in Kentucky. And then it's only, I mean, after we complete Richmond, it's only 10 races to go till the Ford 400 and Homestead, where the season will close out here. So we'll see how that goes. Chevy Rock and Roll 400 from Richmond is next up. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done already. If you know people who like racing and NASCAR racing content, NASCAR video game content, share this video with your friends if you haven't done it already, because that helps out a lot as well. With that being said, I hope you're having a great day. Have a nice week wherever you live in the world, and goodbye.